a good vibe. Fresh air, some new light. The truth when we speak. Spray metal from the heat. Sharpen blades to this. Ageless, stuck on 93. Fatigue coats and dungarees. Jesus pieces and OGs. Bleed the block, lock, stock, and smoking. You know I got you open. Promote, fly, I'm potent. Pressure cook the potion. Intelligence, think tank, do the math like a quotient. Bing, bang, bada boom, only the beginning. I stay smooth, scoop and scrap back to back. The Gemini, gym generators. Electrified, intense. The here and now, a new era, a good fit. Sit back, enjoy the essence. From food stamps to stock investments. Blue chips, Merrill Lynch, never flinch. You fake the funk imitation. A good look, a good vibe. Fresh air, some new light. The truth when we speak. Spray metal from the heat. Salute. The militant planets align. You tripping on from 99. The grind, the gridiron. God cipher divine. Facts and knowledge, quasars and comets. The good fight, the golden era, I promise. Truth is, we get busy and run circles around you squares till the room get dizzy. Bars and hooks be, it ain't tricky. We bring it to the surface. Gangster like Dickies and fresh hickeys. Nitpicky, universal like satellite cable. On air, non-commercial. A good look, a good vibe. Fresh air, some new light. The truth when we speak. Spray metal from the heat. Spray metal from the heat. Spray metal from the heat. Yes, sir. How y'all feeling tonight?
Yeah. What song was that?
That was A Good Look. And basically, man, it's a good look. Me and 8ohEight together, man, how could you go wrong? I mean, that's just a wonderful look. It's like Coco Chanel. Gucci bags and all that, you know what I mean? How could you go wrong with that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like gold and black and gold. They just go together. I want my shirt, G.
Come on with the shirts, B. I told you I got you.
You got me? You gonna do this next song? We're gonna talk about your shirt.
Are we gonna talk about the next?
That's the next. Oh, that's right. The next song, we just gonna go into it. I thought we was gonna. The next song is called Lavish, and basically, you know, why we put this EP together is because, you know what I mean, it's a growth. You know what I mean? We've all had our past where we've been little kids and we wanted the finer things in life, and we do anything to get it. You know what I mean? We do anything illegal to do it. To get it, you know, now we both are legitimately getting it. You know what I mean? Doing it the right way, legally. And we got it, so why not flaunt it? You know what I mean? And we live lavish, you know. Some live lavisher than others. Some got more money than others.
I know you're not talking.
Some live a little bit lavishly than others. Told you, Ray Charles could see you got money, man.
I don't got no money, baby.
You got, yeah.
I'm broke, baby.
You broke, baby. Okay.
Let's get into it.
I see that watch. Let's go.
This is a Casio. It's not even a G-Shock.
Yeah, I see you, G. I see you. Hey, yo. Warlords is called in, the big dogs just pour in. If the knuckle game is right, you know Ox is all in. Slow rap material, king verse imperial. I'm laid back, opiates, fly jewels and gold minerals. Interviews from Paris, shows with chic Saharas. Iguana leather lavish, adjust the Testarossa mirrors. Fast lane Autobahn, comatose in Key Largo. The coast is calm. Trade embargoes through Wells Fargo. Maximum, actual proof. A quarter King Kong climax. Crush you crumb cakes with knowledge from the booth. True and living, the magistrate. Get it straight, show and prove. Farewell to all the critics. Kick rocks like Toodaloo. I can't F with the small talk unless it turns to big bucks, blaxploitation, grimy, do more dirt than dump trucks, right raw lightning, over thunderclap images, cold lamping. Legendary penmanship, my John Hancock generate Bach concertos. And if you don't like it, you can take a walk and celebrate life through death. Dias de los Muertos. That's pretty lavish, huh? Like 5-star hotels and, shrimp and lobsters. Yeah, I know you. You got a reserve table up in Sullivan's. I know, man. You ain't fooling me, man. Here we go. Yo. Killer tequila shots. When every time I rock, I splash. These suckers spitting octane. Your whole crew got you gassed. I'm Auto Mag, sleek Jaguar, jet set cover mogul. Photo op gorilla, pina colada, codename Lobo. Fly rhyme flamboyant, same coins that Going spit. Sip sangria with Senorita San Carlos to the projects. Sin City miracle, the penthouse pinnacle. Top of the world, my stratosphere view on all of you. Okay, I'm gonna go fast. Let's see if I can get this verse. Even with the steak meat stuck in my teeth. I was eating steak. No more ramen. Yo. The crown is on, sweet jewel divine. Outshine your rhyme, eat line for line. Peace sign regards, I'm out for mine. No wasting time, hold true to heart. You fall apart, ox spew the darts. Ain't new to this, rare gouda art. Sunshine, I'm crisp, to a T, I'm brisk. Hot match, don't miss, I'm just lavish. Even with the steak in my tooth.
No mistakes with the steak.
No mistakes with the steak. I gotta cough it off, but that was nice. You make that beat?
I think I heard 8ohEight.
You made that beat, right? We even brought nightingales in to do the little chorus. That's how lavish that is. Peacocks is right now in the studio.
It's true.
Peacocks and cockatoos.
Yeah, the only way you'll be able to find out is if you actually watch us on TV, which you can do right now.
Yeah.
Channel 20 Creative Tucson, you can see all of those exotic birds that were just
we
described.
got to get rid of them.
Oh, no.
They
You just missed it.
Humane Society is not having it. They're not having it. So
You sound like a real rapper
Well, you
now.
should, if you've got it.
a real rapper. Little do you know, I'm a superhero. I save children daily.
Like Hancock.
Yeah, man, you can't say that word on air, man. That's
the superhero.
Yeah.
That's the name.
You did some good, in the moment editing there, though, for radio friendly.
I did.
That was
So
good.
it'd be so like Han.
So you went ha.
Did we want to do another or chat now? It's up to you.
Let's chat.
Let's
Do one more.
Okay.
Right. You know the next one, right?
Do I know the next one?
Yeah.
Joey Lawrence. Come on, bring it.
Joey Lawrence. You want to just get into it?
It's going to. Actually, I'll explain it to you. The next one is called Bruiser. Man, I used to be a bouncer. Again, we did dirt. You know what I mean? And it was fun to beat people up. Not anymore so much. Why are you laughing, man? You know.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
It was. We all did our dirt back in the day, and I'm not going to even try and lie. This is about a drug deal. You know what I mean? So we'll go into it.
Yeah.
Bruiser.
Let's
go.
Let's do it. Yeah. I want the clothes. I want the t-shirts. The exotic birds. The tiger skin. All that. Yo. Little did y'all know I am a leader, a thoroughbred heater, born supreme, spot rusher and block bleeder. High powered in fact, kiss your law, the phantom doors open, I'm raw, speak wisdom on the track. Wild out, son official, it's like you running your mouth, but large ninjas hit you with them things, knocking ivory out. I'm in it to win it, cynic, just itching for the infinite. We hit the streets like damn, where the mission is. Abstract color of night, I spit it for them real ninjas in the shark take taking more than a bite. Channel to channel, flanneled up in gooseware. Ninjas is logged in, do stuff, do square. 100 miles and I'm ready like the Trigger Man. 8 figures through the digifunds. You figure, damn, this cat holding realness, headed for Diego. The good away smooth, holding flames, muy fuego. Puerto Rican cat named Ice. Push the weapon through his nozzle, let him bleed, dog, whatever the price. Come on, you steady playing games. You steady feel the clap. You steady taking aim. You steady taking naps. Sleep on his science, sucker. You know the rules. It's click, clack, handle that shit and let him bruise. 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 Let him. Yo, that's a cold. Son, send him to Christ. I'm popping like a up rock, ready for vice. Fit the muzzle for a big dog, headed to Orlando. We stock the 4/5 with hotto tips and anvils. Peep love, my words are surgical gloves. Eat your heart out, suckers, this is science from above. Homie split the chain 7 ways, tilted his Kango. The Spanish ninja put a couple rivets through his mango. Sideways angle, skied up, daddy got them thingos. Under the lever of 2 trucks, I analyze how the game goes. Respect fresh ninjas, never trust lame-os in plain clothes. Come on. Steady play the game. You steady feel the clap. I'm steady taking Yo, you steady taking naps. Sleep on it, sucker science. You know the rules. It's click clack, handle that shit and let them bruise. 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 Thanks for the call and response. Let them bruise. Let them bruise. Oh, now you want to do it.
I had to do some edits.
You got to do some edits?
I had to do some edits.
What the FCC,
real time.
What the FCC gonna call you and say,
Yeah, they are, personally.
Let him bruise.
That's because he got that Estee Lauder on. He couldn't smell.
Hey, come on. You know what I got on.
Look, you see? Now he want to brag about it. I'm sitting here in some old polo. I see you.
You're tuned in to 91.3 KXCI. I'm live in Studio 2A right now with Ox and 8ohEight. And we also have Pike Romero with us.
Yep.
Hi, Pike.
Yeah, he's here. He said he didn't want to talk at first, but we made him. We threw a mic in
This
front
always
of his face.
happens every time
It's true.
I get on the radio
I
or
think
something.
you've learned by now.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for coming down tonight.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
thanks for
me.
having us, for sure.
So why don't we talk a little bit about this project? Maybe we'll start off actually, Pike.
Sure.
Remind people if they haven't heard the other performances that we've had as part of this series, what's going on here?
So this is a collaborative project between Ox and 8ohEight, and I've basically kind of wanted to put together people that I think are just really dope. They're not necessarily opposites of each other or anything like that. It's just plain and simple. Like, I thought they were dope. And you know, our website, wearebugging.com, focuses on Tucson hip hop, and we just wanted to just bring that together. And so with the past projects, we had Xhaka, Zulu, and Benby, who put out Grain, and we had Gunky Knuckles and Runt of Jiving Scientists, who put out Grunkle's Gulch. And that was just in the same mind frame. Like, let's just put out some dope records. Because they're not necessarily in the same circle of friends. They have grown to be, obviously, like, they have great banter now and everything like that, and they you know, they're friends now, but before they just maybe not really know each other, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of thought it would be dope.
Oh, I knew him.
Yeah,
I knew him.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
we
knew he made
definitely
a lot of
knew each
money.
other.
And he didn't want to share it with nobody.
So what was it, Pike, that made you think that this would be a good pairing?
I think just their styles, like their styles of music, for me, I thought was dope. And they were with it. Like, you know, I think they just had the same thought and respect for each other. And, you know, just think that's really how it came to be.
There will be more in the future.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
And
I'm sorry. No, we had a fun time doing this project. We really did. And you know what I mean, as you see, we have a certain relationship where we just joke around and
yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's fun. It is really
I got nothing coming up with this guy. This is the last project.
see what I mean?
Yeah, I see. I get it. I get
Take
it.
the money, run. Give them an inch, they go a mile. I'm telling you, that's the way they are.
So how did this start? How did you guys tackle? So did Pike approach both of you at the same time? Did he try to sell it to one of you first? What's your recollection of Pike selling you this
So
project?
he took us to the Reed Park Zoo. Sat shot us down in front of the monkeys.
I was like, yo.
He said he went like this. So y'all like to rap, huh? No, I'm just kidding. Nah, he sat us down and he said, how would you feel about doing a EP with 8ohEight? I was like, you just give me the beat and bring me an urn, I'm gonna do it. If you don't know what that means, that's just I'm gonna kill the beat.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said, it's fun, and I'm not opposed to working with anybody. You know what I mean? I know I have a certain style that some people would say dated. You know what I mean? It's a little older, but I think that it was an experience for me personally because I had to adjust, come out of a comfort zone that I wasn't really comfortable with. So it's like a new experience for me, and I do appreciate Pike for doing that because that's what, as a musician, you need to come out of your comfort zone and you need to expand your thought process and how you write, and it'll make you a better musician. So yeah. That's basically where I stand on that. What do you think there, Smiley?
That's basically how he approached me about the whole thing. I mean, at first I was kind of like, well, we're kind of opposite, like he said. We're pretty much left and right, but after he pretty much said, just send him the beat and he'll body it, and that's pretty much what happened. I just sent him beats, and sure enough, he bodied them. How
did you pick the beats? Did you give some thought to what you thought would work for Ox, or were you trying to actually pick things out that you thought might be outside of his comfort zone?
Kind of both. I wanted to take him out, but I didn't want to bring him too far.
Sure.
So that's why there's some beats on there that are like kind of Ox style, if you will, and there's other beats that are more modern, like Lavish. I didn't think that he would do as good as he did, and he killed it. So that was pretty good.
Always doubting Thomas.
Never that.
Doubting Taurus. I put his government.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's on Facebook or whatever. So
yeah,
it's all right.
So once you did you pick the beats, send them to Ox, and then you guys pretty quickly knew, all right, these are the tracks, or was there actually a little bit of a back and forth of sending some beats, maybe give it a shot, this song's not going to work, let's try another one?
There was, he sent me a couple beats, I was like, no, come a little darker. It's not so much darker, but, I'm accustomed to street music, like I said, I was raised in the streets, we did what we did, so basically, I wanted it, a little bit more, like I said, a little bit more 90s feel, and he knew that. And we went back and forth over email, like, I don't think this is gonna work. And there are a couple songs that we did do that didn't make it. So it was a back and forth thing, but we communicated pretty well.
And the EP, it drops on April 13th. Is that right?
Yep, Thursday.
What's the best way for people to find it?
It'll be on wearebuggingout.com. You'll have it on SoundCloud, Bandcamp. In those avenues. I'm working on some distribution stuff right now, so hopefully iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that later on in a couple months or so.
And for the other albums in this series, are those also at wearebuggingout.com?
Yep, wearebuggingout.com. You'll find Grain, Grunkle's Gulch. Yep.
What else do you have? Do you have any other collaborations that are lined up, or are you still figuring out what comes next?
Yeah, after this project is done, with the media stuff that we're doing, we have another project with Cash Lansky in Finn of Chapman Scientists, and that'll be the next kind of the next one in the series.
Excellent.
So, and we'll grow from there. We're gonna do more. So
yeah.
Well,
we're gonna do something a little different for our next set, and then we'll come back together, chat some more. But we're gonna just let 8ohEight do his thing for a little bit. So, anything you want to say to kind of set this up for folks?
One of the first beats I'll play is one of the beats that I'm going to be putting on my my Sade EP that I'm making currently. The sample, I can't remember what sample this is, but it's been used before, and I really liked it, and I really like Sade. She has a beautiful voice, beautiful music, and
she's amazing.
We gotta get a
feature.
A
feature. Yeah, let's get a feature from her.
Yeah, you got the money for it.
Stupid.
I'll call her right now. You got the money for it. You know you do.
You got the money for
I
it.
don't know what you're talking about.
Polo man.
I ain't never seen. I just think Polis is USA sport.
Oh no, you know
USPA.
the difference. You know,
Three horses on that.
These guys. Oh wow.
But yeah, we'll get into it.
Ouch. Did you paid her to do that, didn't you? You paid her.
I did. You caught me, B.
You paid her.
I-
See, you
the
do it.
jig is up.
Look
You
at
got
man.
me, B.
You-
Yep, I had her come to
See,
the crib.
he did that on purpose. See, to play all the beats he did to me for 8ohEight, and he gonna make the Sade album, Grammy Award winning. Make no sense. I see you.
I got another one though.
I
All right,
bet you
let's
do.
hear it.
Yeah, this one is more. The sample is kind of in it. I made this one so you can. I made this one more recognizable. But yeah, it's a real popular Sade song. A lot of people know it. It's
Why
pretty good.
don't you just say you made it? 'Cause you want Ox to hear it.
You hear it right now. know that's exactly what you're
Don't get mad, cause I'm gonna rap over it. You know I'll be the only one to destroy it. I mean, come on, man, it's already about me. Look at the chorus. It's already about me.
Man, that's super unorthodox.
Thank you.
See, look at. What did he say? Super unortho what?
Docs.
OX is at the end of it.
Of course.
Before we get into another one, I just want to take a second to talk a little bit about your approach to making beats, about your process.
Yeah.
We'll take that last track as an example because, as you said, the sample is a really recognizable one, but obviously you did things with it that are not what people are used to hearing, expecting hearing.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about how you approach that track in particular and sort of more generally how you go about putting a beat together.
Well, that track in particular, how I went about it, well, like I said prior, that song is a really classic song, and I've been listening to it since, I was a baby. But, yeah, pretty much, I had the general concept of it. I knew I wanted to use a smooth operator part and her voice in it because her voice is so distinct and it's beautiful. But I went ahead and added the little drums on top of the smooth operator loop. And then I pretty much had the bass of it, but I wanted to do something different in it. That's when I pretty much brought the tempo down in the sample during the middle of the beat. Kind of took you in a little darker place, but then I brought it right back up. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I went about that beat.
And can you tell us a little bit more generally about when you are setting out to put together a new beat? Do you start with the sample? Do you start with what's your entry point when you're sitting down with a blank canvas, an empty computer screen in front of you? Where do you start usually?
Usually, well, if I'm sampling, I'll obviously start with just the sample first, and I would just listen to it over and over and over. Because with the sample, I've made many beats with just one sample. So basically, when I go apart, I pretty much just look at the sample, sit back, smoke a little bit, and just listen to it for about an hour usually. And then after that, I usually take, depending on how long I want to take the actual sample, I've taken anything from 2 seconds to half a second of a sample and made a beat out of it. So it's really how much I want to use of the sample, if I wanted to make it recognizable or if I want to make it to where you have no idea where I got the sample from. So that's how I would go about sampling. And usually with any type of beat, I would just go through sounds, go through samples, whatever the case may be. I would usually start with my samples and sounds first before I even get into drums.
Are you self-taught, or do you have any other kind of background before you started making beats?
For the most part, self-taught, but I did back in the day. I started on FL Studio 3, and I actually got that from a neighborhood friend of mine. You probably know him as Diverse. But I got that from him, and ever since then, I just been using FL Studio. He would teach me things here and there, and then a little time after, I got into sampling, and Ross Stone, he actually helped me out with sampling, and he got me into that. And since then, I pretty much just been on my own for the most part. I would even, sometimes I would get lucky enough to run into a producer on Twitter, and hey, what do you think of my beats? And they send them to them, and they would tell me, take this out, do this, keep doing that, stop doing that. So for the most part, besides that, it's pretty much self-taught.
Yeah. Can we do one more before we get back into the collaborative stuff?
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
Cool?
Yeah, let me go ahead and get one on. So this one I did play on Rap Van. Shout out to everybody who went to our Rap Van last night. That was really cool. It was really successful. Shout out to everybody. That was fun. I wanted to do a third one, but you know, it happens.
He was gonna pop mimosas for you.
I was.
He was gonna pop mimosas for you.
It wasn't in the budget though, because you know
he
we
had the budget.
Nah,
he
broke
had
flat
the
broke. We ain't got it.
Hey. Y'all don't listen to him. Y'all don't listen to
Don't
this
let Ox
dude.
fool you.
Don't let
Ox fool you. Look at he got his chains
dude-
tucked in. He's fronting.
Look at-
Look at his ring. Look at that ring.
Look at that. You see
Look at
this?
that
This
ring,
ain't real.
dude.
This ain't
Don't front.
This ain't real. This stuff turned rusty.
Such a fronter.
I have to put nail polish on it to keep it like
Such a
I
liar.
gotta put nail polish on it. You know this is Arizona. You know silver turned dirty.
So dirty.
Have you looking like what's his name? What's that guy's name? Clint Eastwood. Old Clint Eastwood with turquoise on.
You're tuned in to 91.3 KXCI Tucson. This is Locals Only. My name's Matt Milner, live in Studio 2A with Ox and 8ohEight, and a special guest appearance from Pike Romero.
Special names.
So we just heard a few beats put together by 8ohEight, and of course on April 13th, the collaboration between these two gentlemen will drop. It's available. wearebuggingout.com for more details about that. You mentioned the Rap Van. Tell me, how did that go?
It was great.
That was fun.
I had to keep my balance.
Yeah, what? How do you approach that challenge? It's a different kind of challenge than being in a club, right?
It's a very special technique.
Yeah.
I can't explain it over the air for fear that the senseis might come and take me away. The graybeards. Special Shaolin technique.
Yeah, there you go.
Stand on one tippy toe.
You managed though.
Yeah, I did a good job. It was
got
fun.
a little sweaty.
It was really fun. Yeah.
You were glistening a little bit.
Well,
but,
you know. Well, look at me. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know. I wake up every morning and excellence just drips off me. So,
Drips out.
What can I tell you?
Just so much. It just comes out the pores.
Have you had a chance to check it out, Matt?
I have seen.
Yeah. It
is.
Yeah. It leads me into my next. Actually, the next thing I want to talk about, which is that there's cool stuff happening in hip hop in Tucson.
Oh, yeah,
There's
absolutely.
new stuff. There's stuff that's not happening, and that hasn't been happening in Tucson. That's not really happening in other places necessarily.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on. Why all of a sudden it feels like people are talking about it? Do you think it's the same? that the quality and the quantity is the same, but just people started talking about it, or do you think something's changed?
I'll tell you like this.
This guy. He's OG, so
exactly.
He knows from the jump.
He
knows from the jump of Tucson hip hop.
Let me tell you like this. I personally, I've been doing hip hop in Tucson for 25 plus, easily.
Yeah.
And it's a privilege and it's an honor to see it happen. I do accredit Pike because he's done a lot that we tried to do back in the day that the Tucson community wasn't. I don't know. I wouldn't say they wouldn't let us or they weren't accustomed to. And he brought in a new way. I mean, all the people that I roll with, OGs, they see that too, and they know and they recognize that and they appreciate that. It is, like I said, it's an honor. It's an honor to see that. Back in the day, you go down Congress. I was talking about this last night. You go down Congress, and I was out there like, can we get a show? It was 7 Black Cats. It was 00. No, we don't allow hip hop here. You guys are rebel rousers. And that's when I first came to Tucson. So it's just like I said, it's an honor. It's great to see it come up to where it is now, and it's great to still be a part of that too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
I think on top of that too, there's a lot of DIY stuff.
Right.
There's still that sense of like. 90s, you had a lot of venues downtown Tucson that there were just a lot of venues. There was more concert places, smaller bars that allowed live music. But now we don't have as much. There's not as much down there anymore.
Right.
So you still kind of have to make it your own.
Yeah.
And so I think those DIY spaces like Scratch Shack and stuff like that, like that kind of help like give artists a way to perform and be out there and hone their craft.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it gives them a way to. Yeah. An outlet, where we didn't have that outlet, like you said, it's a lot of do-it-yourself because people got tired of getting turned down. No, you need a demo tape. No, you need this.
Right.
People said, you know what, we're just gonna do it ourselves.
And that's hip hop. Like that's how it started.
Yeah.
Like we had to do it like ourselves. You know, then that's that's that grind.
Yeah.
So it's something that we're kind of used to, I think.
Yeah.
Too.
And do you think that there's been a difference now because of the way that technology has changed and the way that you can put music out, the way the fact that it's more accessible to record, put beats together? Do you think that's had an impact on the amount of people who have kind of come from out of the shadows and are now like releasing music?
No, guys, yes. I mean, I kind of joke about it, of course, but it's every Tom, Dick, and Harry can jump on something.
Do you think that's a good thing? Because you've been around from a day when you had to you had to jump through hoops to get into a studio and lay down tracks. Do you think it's good that it's more accessible now?
No, because you got anybody, and just like any genre, you gotta sludge through the weeds to get the diamond in the rough. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I think it's a good thing myself.
You're an optimist.
Well, I like it. I mean, I think going through that is the fun part.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like digging for records, like trying to find that gem. Let's take it like this, like 808. Like your first copy of FL Studio, was that from Kazaa?
Yeah.
The FBI's not listening. You're good.
It wasn't store bought. So obviously, like he probably wouldn't have his beat production without the internet.
Right.
We wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Yeah, true indeed.
So, it just opens the door up, I think. So.
Yeah. Did you grow up in Tucson?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And did you have impressions? You didn't go quite as far back as Ox does. But
he had money that stretched longer than stupid. He had money that stretched longer than that. Don't get him twisted.
But what were your impressions? Coming up here, your first introductions to Tucson hip hop. I mean, what are your memories of getting introduced to that world?
Well, in the Tucson hip hop world, because first and foremost, I grew up on the South Side, 12th and Drexel, so there's predominantly Hispanic Mexican people there. So yeah, all day. So pretty much the first Tucson hip hop glimpse I got, I wouldn't say it was Chicano rap at all. because they were Mexican rappers, but they would listen to like Cool Keith and Esham, Ultramagnetic MCs, Analog Brothers, stuff like that. So they were. It would be hip hop, just underground. So that would be pretty much the first glimpse that I ever got of it. But after that, I pretty much wanted to do my own thing. So that's when I got, my copy of FL, and I started sampling and doing this and that. And then, I linked up with Jaka Zulu in high school. Then we started doing our thing. And then, it seems like just 1 year out of nowhere, just everybody started rapping. Everybody was doing music. So, it's good. I love it. Be creative. You know what I mean? I'll go ahead and put it out. But, I'm not against it at all.
I'm not against rappers.
I'm not against rap. We're not against rappers.
Jaka Zulu and 808, they were the first, because they were the group by the Aces. That's what they went by. And they were the first rap group I heard coming back to Tucson from living in Oklahoma City for 9 years.
Oh.
So they were the first group that I was like, okay, these guys are dope. They're onto something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was.
And I would play them in clubs in Oklahoma City.
Wow.
Like DJing them. Yeah.
Notice how he never heard of me though. I don't know who that
I knew.
dude is.
Well, I knew Ox. I knew Ox already. I knew Ox through touring and stuff like that prior to.
Oh, why you? Okay.
He knew who I was. But forget him. We know he rap. He just get on the mic and yell. I don't want to listen to that. They just get up and yell and spit in your face.
Well, speaking of getting on the mic and yelling, it's been a little too long since we heard you on the mic, so we're going to get back into our last set here. Once again, you're listening to Ox and 8ohEight here on Studio 2A on Locals Only. The new collaboration between them, 8ohOx, is coming out April 13th, and you can find that where, Pike?
WeAreBuggingOut.com.
There you go.
Say it right. WeAreBuggingOut.com. Because some people don't know that the We Are is in there.
Because they were just bugging out.
That was Ox last night.
You want a drum roll with that too?
I was expecting it.
You want me to do a song and dance for you? Get up on it and do a jig? I'm messing with you. Let's do it. Oh, King of all kings. Father the dawn.
Get the full pounds every time we
Cover new ground. Cover new ground.
Get the full pounds
Every time we cover
new ground.
Ain't nothing coming free.
Every time we cover new ground. Ain't nothing coming free.
School these shorties under me.
Cover new ground.
Like this. This is Eric B. Dookie Links, linguine and lobster. Big beats dipped in marble cake options. Yamaha money, motivation to build. Sweepstakes, carrots, fleet stocks, and big bills. Maritime merchandise, custom fit lapellos. Hot rock heaters, honey dip cigarellos. Low robes is mellow. Mama do a thing. Top me off with a tongue ring. No swan sophisticate. Fisticuffs tuition. Fight for the future. Spiked out curry chicken. Rap pharaoh concubine. King Solomon diamond mine. Descendant of the Congo. Pachyderms to Palestine. Peace. Rarely catch the guard out of character. Flow ambrosia. Fly ferocious bull terrier. Apparel apostle. Garments worth per diem. Mic check loans. Take thrones in coliseums.
Every time we cover
Cover new ground.
Try to school these shorties under me. Cover new ground.
Yeah.
Every time we cover new ground.
Get a crew pounds.
Cover new ground. I try to
School these shorties under me.
cover new ground.
Alias on the ones and twos.
Coming free. Rise and start raining.
Penthouse, intercourse, Plaza Hotel. Imhotep, pinstripe lapels, inheritance Skrilla, throw cash to hot fuzz, whole heavy onions, Interpol street buzz, Amsterdam currency, corner store per capita, crushed velvet checks delivered with chrysanthemums, dead presidents, head crack the dice game, flood up the physical with Byzantine bloodstain, Shalal, never settle for the second rate, the Regency plate, asparagus and club steak, famished, big hungry ninja, spit calligraphy, move mob units off the records fiscally. Mic holders, soul controllers, poetry, marvelous. Mastermind, mathematics, move motions of populace. Sun-kissed the stratus, impregnate the landscape, fallopian flow. Open eggheads and ovulate.
Every time we cover new ground.
Cover new ground.
Get the full pounds.
Every time
we cover new ground.
Yeah.
Cover new ground.
Ain't nothing coming free.
Get the full pounds. Every time we cover new ground. Cover new ground.
Yo.
Ain't nothing coming
I'm trying to school these shorties under me.
but they can't see cover new ground.
Rise and start raining.
Yeah, that song is basically it's some on braggadocio things, and you know I'm the OG. I'm not gonna even try and lie. Like you gotta come pay homage.
Yeah.